Hello again. We've got a tutorial today for the Sunburst granny square. It's another granny square to add to your collection. I'm using double knit yarn and again a 5mm hook. You can do this in any colour combination that you like, but I've done this one in a quite bright set of colours. With all the other granny squares, we're going to start with a chain 5. I'm doing this in the purple to begin. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and we join into the first chain with a slip stitch to form a ring. Into the ring we're going to work 16 doubles. The first stitch, as always, will be a 3 chain, and that's going to count as the first double. So 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to carry on until we've got 16 doubles into that ring. So it's yarn over, into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, yarn over into the ring, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. We've now got 4 doubles. We're going to carry on until we've got the 16. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and the 16th. Just pull the strand tighter. So if you want to just check before you slip stitch to join that you've actually got 16 stitches there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So we're then going to join with a slip stitch into the third chain of the starting stitch. We then snip off the yarn, pull through to fasten off, and there we have the starting circle. Next part, we're going to do puff stitches in between the double crochets from the previous row. So between any 2 doubles we're going to join in the yarn. So slip knot the yarn onto your hook in between any 2 double crochets and slip stitch to join. The first puff stitch will be slightly different to the rest. On this first one we pull the loop a little bigger. We're going to then yarn over into the space, pick up a loop and pull through, yarn over again, into the space, pick up a loop, pull through, yarn over again, into the space, pick up a loop and pull through. The last yarn over now is going to pull through all of the loops on the hook, and we do a chain to fasten off the puff stitch. Into the next space, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, and pull that through all of the loops on the hook and finish off with a chain stitch. We're going to do this all of the way around, and we'll have 16 puff stitches. So again, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over and through all of the loops on the hook, chain 1. Into the space, pick up a loop. Make sure that you pull the loops quite high, roughly about the size of a normal double crochet, to keep the puff stitches a nice size. So yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then through all the loops on the hook and finish with a chain. So we carry on all the way around, doing a puff stitch in between each of the double crochets from the previous round. If you need to, you can pause the video until you catch up to the other side. There is a separate tutorial on the channel to do the puff stitch as well, if you're unsure. Don't worry if it seems to be rippling a little bit either, because it will flatten out as we get to the final round. I've got 1, 2 and 3. Pull through all of the loops, chain 1. 1, 2 and 3, pull through all the loops and chain 1. We're now onto the final cluster, puff stitch, of this row. Chain 1, and then we're going to join into the top of the first cluster with a slip stitch, snip off the yarn and pull through to fasten off. We've now got the second row complete with the puff stitch. Row 3 is going to be a 3 double crochet cluster, and again we're working in between the puff stitches from the previous row. So we join again with a slip knot onto the hook and join in between any of the puff stitches from the previous row. The first cluster again will be slightly different in that we're going to do 3 chain as the first double, so we do actually do a full stitch there. Yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, but we don't go through 2 again. Yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, and then we're going to finally yarn over and through all 3 stitches and chain 1. That's the first starting cluster stitch. All the other cluster stitches now will be exactly the same. Yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the loop, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2. We've now got 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 together and finish with a chain stitch. And we're going to work a cluster in each of the spaces all the way around. So yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, yarn over, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2. leaving 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and through all 4 and chain 1. And we're going to do that all the way around, working 3 doubles but not completing the stitches. You end up with the 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4 and chain 1. And work exactly the same all the way around, in between each of the puff stitches from the row before. Again, it will feel as if your work is actually rippling a little bit, but it will lay flat after the next round. When I get to where I've got the tail of yarn from the previous row, I do try to work over it in the next couple of stitches just to secure it down a little bit. So on this one I'm actually going to lay the tail of the yarn across the chain space and work actually over the end of yarn, and again on the next one. And again on the next. It just saves having a lot of ends at the end of the squares to work in. Probably do it over the next one as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, yarn over through all the stitches and chain 1 to finish. We're going to join into the top of the first cluster with a slip stitch, fasten off and pull the yarn through. The next row I'm going to do with a yellow yarn, and on this row we're going to square off the circle to make the granny square. So again we're going to join with a slip knot onto the hook, and in between any 2 cluster stitches we're going to join with a slip stitch and work 2 chain. This is going to count as the first half double. We're now going to do 2 half doubles into this same space, and a half double is yarn over into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over and through all 3, yarn over into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, chain 1. Into the next space we're going to do 3 doubles. So there we've got 1, 2 and 3, chain 1. Into the next space we're going to work a corner. So we're working 3 trebles, 1 chain and 3 trebles. So a treble is yarn over twice, into the space and pick up a loop, yarn over through 2, through 2, through 2. So we've got yarn over twice, into the space, pick up a loop, yarn over through 2 once, yarn over, through 2 twice, yarn over, through 2 3 times, which gives the treble. And we work another treble into that same space, chain 1, and then we're going to work a further 3 trebles all into the same space to form the first corner, like so. Chain 1, and into the next space we're going to work 3 doubles, followed by a chain 1. Into the next space we're going to work 3 half doubles, so we've got 1, 2 and 3, chain 1. Into the next space we're going to work 3 doubles, this brings us back to the next corner, so chain 1, and then into the next space we're going to work the 3 trebles, chain 1 and 3 trebles. So there we've got 1, oops, redo that one, yarn over twice, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and 3 more trebles into that same space. Chain 1, and we're back onto the 3 doubles, chain 1 and work 3 half doubles into the next space, followed by chain 1 and 3 doubles, chain 1, and we're back into the corner where we're going to do the 3 trebles, chain 1 and 3 more trebles, chain 1 and 3 doubles, chain 1, 3 half doubles, chain 1, 3 doubles, chain 1, and again we're going to work the final corner, which is 3 treble, chain 1 and 3 more trebles, chain 1, and we've got the final 3 doubles, chain 1, and we're going to join into the second chain of the starting stitch, which was the 2 chain to count as the first half double. So we just slip stitch, cut off the yarn and pull through, and that completes the Starburst square. If you want to, you could do a further row all the way around of half doubles or doubles if you want your square to be a little bit bigger, just remembering in the corner that you would work 2 with a chain in between. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel, give the video a like, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.